Hello, and welcome to the unboxing of Joe Florida LEDaccentlights.net 72 LED multi-remote function motorcycle lighting kit. One thing I do need to mention first is that even though it's advertised as 72 LED lighting, that can be sometimes confusing. Some sites list the total number of LEDs in the entire kit, in which case this would be a 216 LED light kit. Joe and LEDaccentlights.net actually doesn't count the clusters of 3 LEDs, red, blue, and green, as 3 separate LEDs. He counts them as 1 LED. So while this is a 72 LED kit, on some websites when I was shopping around, this would actually be listed as a 216 LED, because there are 216 individual LEDs, but 72 groups of 3, red, green, and blue. So this is the packaging. I have opened it, of course, to make sure everything's there, but I put it back in as I found it, and we'll kind of walk through it for the unboxing today. As you can see, it's shipped priority mail. Inside there are 2 padded envelopes. Each of these envelopes is specific to what you're getting in your kit. So there's an envelope specifically for remote control, and there's an envelope specifically for the 72 LED multicolor red, green, and blue kit. And this is the lighting kit. Again, in a padded envelope, so you have your double protection. So you have your outer box and the padded envelopes. Again, you have a reel of your strips. You have a Ziploc package of your extensions and Ys, which I'll show in a minute, and zip ties. And you have instructions. So they actually list exactly what the steps are. They're color-coded, so obviously the things that you want to take special care of are highlighted in yellow, or down below also highlighted in red. So it really points you to the things that you need to be aware of as you're building this kit. So very nice, has illustrations, highlights the parts of the instructions you want to be extremely careful of. Go over the reel, I guess, first. So it comes in a plastic reel. This particular one has 3 strips, which you can cut in half, and I'll undo one, just so I don't have to reel them all back up again later. Okay. So this is a flexible LED strip. I'll put that down there. You can see it does have the connector ends here. And getting the remote box back. These connectors really can only go in one way. As anything with electronics, you don't force them. It has a nice clip on there, so as you push these together, very gently, no real pressure needed, push those together, and they clip in so they can't get pulled apart. Push down on the release, and there are 2 knobs for pulling, which are really nice. I'll try and show those to you in a second. A lot of times you end up grabbing a pin and trying to pull it out, and you actually end up pulling the wires out. Now in this case, if you can see, I'll try and highlight it against the white background here. There's handles on that. There we go. So you can grab these handles and pull that out of the unit if you need to. And it just gives you an extra purchase, so you don't have to worry about slipping and grabbing the wires. So you can see that there. This is flex strip. It's got 3M on the back. You can twist it, turn it. If you wanted to use it to circle a particular thing, you could. In our case, I'm not going to be. I'll be snipping this and doing a straight line installation. But the reason I picked this particular kit is that it's waterproof. It's low profile, a snowmobile engine bay, Unlike a motorcycle engine, which is all enclosed, and you really just run your exhaust and your drive belt off it, or chain, depending on the motorcycle, the engine bay of a snowmobile is entirely open. So you have your spinning belt and pulley, you have your clutch assembly, on the other side you have your brake, the exhaust is all self-contained within the hood. So I wanted something that was waterproof. Of course, it'll get snow up in the engine bay, but flexible enough that I can fit the contours of the hood and the snowmobile side panels. Again, the quick connectors, I'm not good at soldering. Didn't want to have to deal with that, so the quick connectors will allow me to just plug and play, so to speak, of course, now. And I'll be taking about 2/3 of this as one strip, and then the other third, you can snip them along these copper connections, and then that would give me effectively 2 different strips. So this comes out as 3, but you can make it combinations all the way up to 6. So you can get 6 different strands. This is the Y and extension kit with zip ties. These also come in mini Ziploc bags. So each of these are also Ziploc bags. So you can see them over here. Now my daughter actually did start to snip this one, so it's unzippable again because she cut the top off before I could catch on with her. But inside that you can see there are 2 Y connectors and 2 3-foot extensions. So effectively you can have 6 extensions, because there's 3 of these packets in there, 1, 2, and 3, and some zip ties. But that'll give you 6 extensions to match your 6 possible lengths of LED that you get in the flex tubing, and then extra Ys so you can branch off as often as you need to. You can buy additional extensions and additional strips. Another good thing about the connector system is you can just keep adding Ys and extensions and light strips to your heart's content, and really expand out to whatever you need. I think 6 is going to be fine for what I'm trying to do in the front end of the snowmobile. I have 4 vents, and then I want to create lighting in the shock wells to kind of glow down on the ground where the skis are. So I think I'm going to be okay to start with that, but later, if the front engine bay installation goes well and the kids like it, then I'll probably look at adding strips to the running boards and having the glow light down the chassis of the snowmobile as well. But those are a lot longer distances, and I just wanted to start with the engine kit. This is new to me, haven't done this before, and didn't really want to get too far into it if it wasn't going to work for me. So it looks like it's going to be great. This is what, it's in the kit. This is what you get when you order, and a bunch of zip ties. And the next phase will be, of course, installing it on the snowmobile, showing people how I put it on, and then eventually seeing it at night, all installed. And of course, when snow flies in a few months, I'll record that too, and make it available to whoever's interested in potentially using this kit for snowmobiles, and how it would be applied to a snowmobile application, even though it's originally designed for motorcycles. So there you go. There's your Joe Florida 72 LED light kit, which, depending on which place you look, would be a 216 LED light kit. And there you go. We're going to light up my snowmobile. We'll see how it works out. Thank you.